Mary, where are we now?
We are in Cap Mazari, on the side of Amsa village near Tطوان in Morocco.
I see dinosaurs on the road.
Yes, I switched you to the prehistoric times of this region. Sorry, Mr. Abdelkader.
That's okay.
Morocco has an exceptional geological heritage whose base is a great lithological diversity with the presence of rocks ranging from the Precambrian more than 540 million years to the present. The set of materials has been deformed and structured in different styles and, finally, modeled by weathering and erosion, also with a huge typological variety. All this translates into a unique geomorphological richness and makes it possible to recognize a great variety of landscapes and models that contribute to its geodiversity. This variety of rocks and forms appear grouped into three large geological units that structure the surface of the country. The Rif, the Atlas and the Anti-Alpes make up the most representative mountain ranges. These reliefs are completed with basins and sedimentary plains, mainly composed of Congo-clay materials.
What do you know about Cap Mazari? Its geological formation, its vegetation, etc.
In the coastal strip of the city of Tطوان in Morocco, a series of cliffs carved by marine abrasion have been developed mainly in the southern sector of the coast, where the mountain is literally introduced into the sea. The lithology on which they were developed is very varied, consisting mainly of limestones, schists, gneisses and veiled sandstones, as well as some semi-coherent sedimentary rocks, clays, marls and quaternary deposits. This lithological diversity favors the configuration of different types of cliffs, observing, in the case of the most coherent rocks, vigorous escarpments with slopes greater than 16 degrees, giving the swell a surface of considerable impact. They are accompanied by small abrasion platforms and control rocks in the form of islands and piers, illustrating the retreat of the coastline. In the southern half of the coast, these forms of marine abrasion reach a greater spectacular, as much by its size as by its chromatic beauty. This is the case of Cap Mazari. The work undertaken by the Spanish archaeologist Miguel Taradell in 1952 is summarized in the stratigraphic study of 5 sectors. In the first, fragments of Neolithic ceramics and an arrow of the Bronze Age were found. The second is considered a transition zone between prehistory and the Bronze Age. It is marked, in addition to fragments of campaniform ceramics, by relations between the inhabitants of the cave and settlers or oriental merchants settled in Amsa and Sidi Abdeslam del Bar, as evidenced by the presence of a gold earring that is probably of Punic origin. The rest of the areas are rich in decorated ceramics. Taradell concludes that the information obtained at Gar Kahil, at Kaftat El Gar and at the Achaka Caves, Tangier region, improve our knowledge of the Neolithic and Bronze Age in northern Morocco, which the scarcity of metals confirms. An absence of this proto-historic age in Morocco and the presence of the campaniform vase indicates 2 kilometers from Azla Beach, near the mouth of a river, a historical site occupies a hill about 30 meters high. Research has uncovered rectangular chambers, as well as several Campanian and red varnished pottery fragments, a Hellenistic model lamp, a bronze fibula and amphorae. Miguel Taradell notes that this material is similar to that of Lixus and that it is different from that of Sidi Abdeslim del Bar. The natural vegetation at Cap Mazari is generally in the form of groves or matorrals based on Olaster and lentisk, with some Kermes oak stains and reforestation in Aleppo pine.
The village of Azla is located on the Mediterranean coast, in the geographical area bounded on the west by Sidi Abdel Salam estuary of the valley of Marto and from the east by the Mazari Cape, which separates it from the village of Amsa. The village of Azla is located on the Mediterranean coast, in the geographical area bounded on the west. Village of Azla is located on the Mediterranean coast, in the geographical area bounded on the west. The village of Azla is located on the Mediterranean coast, in the geographical area bounded on the west by Sidi Abdel Salam estuary of the valley of Marto and from the east by the Mazari Cape, which from the village of Amsa. The village of Azla is located on the Mediterranean coast, in the geographical area bounded on the west by Sidi Abdel Salam estuary of the valley of Marto and from the east by the Mazari Cape, which separates from the village of Amsa. In the geographical area bounded on the west by Sidi Abdel Salam estuary of the valley of Marto and from the east by the Mazari Cape, which separates from the village of Amsa.
مش نعطيمك. ターは、アズラ S バーチュアルテンプルを見ています。緑色の画面のすべての合成画像または特殊用途の画像は単なる幻想とエンターテイメントです。
Mary. Naus parents naus ra contained focus histoire sur h candicha. Sur ra kawan. Et sur les funerales hindus Azla. Les baus naus parlor maintenance dc right religio de la comuna indian qui vive. A tatuan et asuda honor dumara.
The stories of our parents are an important source for writing our story. They tell us many historical events, among which the Indian practice of funerary rituals on the Azla coast to the limits of the last century. Between 1912 and 1956, the Indian community that settled in Morocco in the region of Ceuta Tetuan at the time of the Spanish Protectorate chose the border between the tribes of Beni Hosma and Beni Sedent, more precisely on the location from the site, Kar El Medri, on the coast of Azla, to burn the bodies of their dead. The Indians went by car or boat towards the coast to Kar El Medri, and in a big hole, surmounted by 2 iron bars in the form of a cross, once they folded the wooden hole, they raised the body of the dead on the 2 pieces of iron, sprinkled with a special dust, and then fired the firewood to burn the whole body.